The last section we'll talk about is product and what tools or technology can you utilize to provide options for students when they're showing or demonstrating their learning. And I love this cartoon because it really does illustrate some of the challenges that we have in education when we differentiate and provide individualized support throughout all of the lessons, and we evaluate student learning based on a standardized test. So really thinking about how can we utilize technology to offer options or different methods or ways for students to demonstrate their learning. And that's what I hope to share with you today. I wanted to emphasize the options when it comes to conveying or creating different material for students. And first, right away, especially with the influx of the use of Google Classroom, speech to text is really powerful. It is built into Google Docs. I'm going to quickly demonstrate for you how powerful this tool is. So here I am in a blank Google Doc. If I go into Tools and here voice typing is an option, and I click to speak. Today is Tuesday, period. You can see how powerful it is. You can insert punctuation, and dictation truly is a skill. So teaching students to think about their sentence first before dictating it in is really important. However, so flexible for students who have difficulty with typing or handwriting to provide that built-in feature and harness the use of technology to support our students. They can obviously handwrite, they can type, but maybe you provide the option for them to draw or record audio to then demonstrate their learning. Two of the technology tools that I really love to kind of push students to create to demonstrate their learning is Canva and ThingLink. Canva is a creation website where you can create images, infographics, but they have a comic strip maker section. And you can see here they have the templates, and then students can go in and change the script that the characters are talking about. And it's a really fun way for students to demonstrate their learning and their understanding without being impacted by having to be overwhelmed by a blank page. The other tool that I brought up is ThingLink. And this one is really neat because what it allows you to do is create an interactive video or image. Here, so my toolbar is being hidden. So here, this is a video, so you can see of the bird, and I can come to these little hotspots, and I can read about the magpie, or I can see another picture. Oh, I lost my images. And here I can read about the habitat. What is great in this tool, it has a built-in accessibility feature of Immersive Reader. So when I click there, if you remember, Immersive Reader is text-to-speech, and so students can listen to this description.
Across temperate Eurasia from Spain and Ireland in
So it really does provide a multitude of opportunities for students to engage with the content, demonstrate their learning, and also learn something new in a fun way. So this is an example of annotations that are built into a 3D or an interactive video. You can also just add descriptions on a picture as well. So besides the built-in supports that are available across many technology options, these two are just two examples of how we can think of ways to harness technology for students to demonstrate their learning. Here are some others. I already talked about Kami, and this really is a very flexible tool for students to annotate, show their work. I know I have a lot of students using it to explain their thinking behind their math problems. So if they have a difficult time writing about their thinking, they can record a voice note using Kami to share what strategy they used in math. Similar to that, SnapType is an iPad app where a student can take a picture of a worksheet and add text. If you're working in a school district or with a school that uses Apple, it can be really helpful. I highlighted down here that all Chromebooks, and this is an interactive link, all Chromebooks have a built-in speech to text. So anywhere a student is inserting text, they can use that speech to text option where they speak and the computer types for them. And finally, the tool that I have listed here is Grammarly. This is a editing and revising software that can be very powerful for students in teaching them to self-check their work and kind of self-monitor their grammar if you're not teaching grammar in that moment. So it can be a really helpful tool. And finally, I want to land on this resource that I find instrumental in a lot of my work. This is called the UDL Toolkit, and you can see all of the different areas that it covers. And here you can scan the QR code to go to the link, or you can open it up. And here this goes directly into the UDL Toolkit. And what is nice is they've actually used ThingLink, one of the other tools that I just talked about. And you can see here that is an interactive image. And if I want to learn more about study skills, I can click there. And these are all different study skills tools for students to work on this particular area. So I wanted to share this general resource. I only provided a couple of different examples of how technology can support students in our classrooms, but I hope that this was helpful. Thank you all so much for your time, and don't forget the interactive content checks along with each video.